Joyce with 3 tips for the YASers.
And I'll try to keep it to 3, but I bet I have a few more than that.
And well, you should.
I'll talk fast, so listen quickly. I'm going to encourage you guys to take time and space to sort of mold your ideas and give yourself time to be creative and to find inspiration and intuition. And that might be taking a walk, you know, going off on just a quiet walk by yourself. Maybe it's soaking in the bathtub and just giving yourself that sort of time and space to be creative and to kind of take out a lot of the cognitive thoughts that clog our brains a lot of times and sort of let something a little more intuitive happen. I think you have to make time and space for that sort of brainstorming. So go for a walk, take a bath, something. Then I'm going to encourage everybody to use the idea of improvisation. So to go onto the ice or into the studio and let yourself improvise on your idea. Sometimes you will come up with things better naturally and organically just by freeing yourself up to do it than you will be if you stop and plot and imagine and plan too much. So maybe one way to at least get yourself started is using the idea of improvisation. Then after you create some improvisation and find some things that are working for you, you need to edit, because probably everything we come up with does not answer the assignment that you're given for that particular week. So don't be afraid to then go back and take out the parts that you don't need. Also, particularly for the challenge that I'm going to be looking at, the telling a story, keep in mind the idea of beginning, middle, and end. Because you have to sort of set us up for where you are. Then there has to be kind of the meat of the meal, or the main course of the meal, and then how are you going to wrap that up? So especially for the story challenge, I'm going to encourage you to keep the idea of beginning, middle, and end. And I'll just start to wrap it up by saying that, you know, part of what makes this interesting and difficult also is the idea of how do you make something that is personal to you universal to everybody. And great works of art, classic rock and roll songs, Shakespeare, you know, they can work for a lot of different contexts of people in a lot of different times and eras. So and I think what makes that happen is it is that personal thing that you understand that only you can bring, but somehow we all still see ourselves in that. We can relate to you in that. And just a couple of factual or technical things. You make sure that you have your technology together. That's very difficult, not my specialty at all, but find someone whose specialty it is and ask them very politely to help you. Plan your time wisely. Give yourself a schedule that you are going to adhere to as much as you possibly can. And then just my final thought would be to you know, remember that the artistic innovators that we most often remember are the people who break the rules rather than follow the rules. Now, the rules will be more fun to break if you know what they are and you can do them, and then you can make the choice to break them. But it's usually the people who go out on a limb that no one else expects. You may find people are resistant to what your ideas are, but if you really believe it and you do it with integrity and dignity and technique, then I think we will all get it too. So good luck to everybody. I really applaud you for having the courage to put yourself in this position of having your work commented on in this kind of a public way. So I really appreciate everybody's efforts in this.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.